I'm rich, baby, I'm rich. I've got the money in my bag. Look, that's rich. Oh, I've got money all around, yeah. When it's coming from you, that's rich. Bye bye, fool. Hi here, Finss here. I'm back for another one of my jury reviews, giving my verdict for all 40 entries for this year's Eurovision 2022. As if I was a jury member myself. Next country we turn to is Ireland, my fellow neighbours' island. Potato is Ireland, of course. And this is Brooke with her song That's Rich, bringing us a bit of 70s rock, pop rock kind of mixed in, bit of Blondie there, with a bit of a kick-ass anthem to get over your ex or whoever with That's Rich. This is very different for Ireland to take. If you tell me what the Irish entry is, I probably wouldn't ever think of this. It would probably think of something ballady, something folky even, something mid-tempo-y. The last couple of years we've gone down that mid-tempo route for Ireland, and let's be fair, it hasn't always worked. However, this year they've kind of selected a song that's different, unique for Ireland sense. Brooke is sending a kick-ass anthem to get over your ex. She's getting over a man and saying, that's rich when it's coming from you. That's rich. Well, I know all your moves. I've learned the song first. But no, this song is just fun. It's, after all the stereo songs, it's nice to have this in the competition. It really is. You know, I was hoping we were going to get a bit more balls this year than we have. And this is refreshing to have in the competition. This really is, you know. We needed it. We need this, you know. After 2 years of COVID, the Ukraine crisis, it's nice to get away from that and just go, well, that's rich. When it's coming from you, and that's rich. I like it. Because actually this year, there's not that many songs that are really kick-ass. Maybe Ireland's, and maybe Denmark. But this is like the only kind of proper like kick-ass. Czech Republic's a bit more, it's a bop, but it's, I wouldn't call it kick-ass. This is kick-ass. Jamakas, we need more like Destiny Chukwanyeri, get out of me, you know, this If you don't get it, you know, this, I don't want to meet your mother kind of stuff. And I think Ireland's bringing that this year, where other countries have shied away from. I think this is actually quite a catchy song as well, when you listen to it so many times. I think this is really cool. I think this is really fun. I think Brooke just has so much confidence on stage. Doing all these pre-parties, I think her confidence has really grown. And this is why we have the pre-parties, so, you know, you can get used to singing the song. And you can practice, even if you have the hiccups, you know, get them out of the way at the pre-party so you can get ready for Eurovision. And she's really improved since the Late Late Show. I mean, there was a bit of drama around, like, was it the right decision to do a Late Late Show for a national final? I have to say, look, I don't mind if Ireland has to go low budget for their national final. I think it's good to have a national final where the artists can sing live. I think that's at least great, better than an online selection. And look, maybe it's clever, you know. First of all, like, a lot of national finals last year and even some this year, like Moldova, had to, like, do it without an audience. At least Ireland did have an audience. And, like, yeah, and secondly, you know, you don't have to throw the whole budget at a national final when only one of those songs will go to Eurovision. So maybe, I don't mind if they had to use the Late Late Show. I think what depends on what songs they're singing. Sure, would it be nice to sing in a bigger stage? Maybe, but I don't mind, you know, for them to have a low budget selection. I think it just depends on what song and how it goes forward is what is key, what is important, you know. Who knows, let's see what the result comes out of this year. And to be fair, I do think Ireland, out of the 6 songs, did pick the right one to go for, I think. And you know what, you say the Late Late Show's for older people, and guess what wins? A kind of younger youth kind of song. So, I think the only thing I would just change about the Late Late Show is probably the judging panel on it, per se. But that's a conversation for another video. Let's talk about the song. That's Rich. It's got this nice blondie 70s vibe I get from it, and it's just really cool. And yeah, I really like this song. It's one of the songs I play daily, really, because it's just fun. It's just really fun bop at the end of the day. I like it. I am not ashamed to say that I like this song. And yeah, is this the winner of Eurovision? No. Is this perfect? No. I did go on and off about the talking bit in the song. I think it's funny how you miss me. I didn't like the electric sound in it. I think electric sound in it. I think it's her on the phone kind of getting over X. I can understand it now. To say I'm not a big fan of that part. That being said, you know, it's still a fun song despite all that. It's still a fun entry from Ireland. Prediction time. How will this do in the competition where Ireland will be competing in the second semi-final this year, and they will be performing at the number 10 spot in the running order. So they'll be coming on after Cyprus and just before North Macedonia. You know, interesting mix, you know, coming on after Cyprus, which they weirdly usually always do, or just before Cyprus. Anyway, in running orders, quite bizarre. Anyway, you know, Cyprus is like, you can be my only one, please stay with me, man. And then you got Brooke, get away from me, man. And then North Macedonia, you don't want to test my limits, man. You know, it's all about man. I want my man, I don't need my man. Oh, actually, I do need my man. It's kind of that section of the show, really. You know, would I have loved Ireland to close the show? Probably. You know, they have been given the early slot in the second half, which does concern me a little bit. But hey, you know, you can qualify anywhere, you know. And at least they're not coming after a big contender. Cyprus is quite mid-tempo. Then you've got North Macedonia, kind of ballady. So maybe, will this qualify? Look, I want this in the final. I would love to see Ireland in the final. But what I'm going on is like reactions to what other people have said, and they're not confident that Ireland's going to qualify. The bookies have this like last in the semi-final for some reason. I don't know, maybe they're looking back on track record, maybe they hate the Irish, who knows? No. I think what really depends is staging. Staging for this entry, because the Late Late Show, while Brooke was good, it didn't show the full potential of the song. And Brooke has said it will not be a repeat of the Late Late Show. It will not be another Pyjama Party Part 2. So she's promised that it will be elevated from the Late Late Show, which is good. You know what, this is another thing I like about Brooke. She is so eager, so hungry for, you know, to do well for Ireland. Like Leslie last year. She wants to do Ireland proud. And yet, at the same time, she just seems like a really down-to-earth girl. Really funny. I don't love, but I love the story about her losing the passport to go to Spain, one of the pre-parties. Like, she's just so funny. She's like one of the nicest girls, you know. And to come off The Voice UK, you know, in not an easy series to film, because she filmed it in 2020 when we were all in lockdown as well. And Meghan Trainor, who had to, like, stay in the States because couldn't even be there in the live shows. Oh, and she came third in The Voice, where they get rid of artists willy-nilly now and cut down semi-finals. You know, she managed to come third in The Voice. You know, she was a good singer. You know, it's not easy to do well in those competitions. But you know what? Compared to any other contestant in The Voice, what surrounds her, compared to any other contestant on The Voice, she's gonna have a career. She will. I will guarantee that. For sure. How well will she do at Eurovision? I don't know. Let's go back to the original question now. It's taken me 10 hours to answer it. No. Will this qualify? I want this to qualify. I don't know if this will qualify. Staging will key. I think Ireland can be hit or miss in staging. They can do too much and overcook things like they did last year, or they can be a bit lazy. I hope they find the right balance this year, I'd say. I mean, I love Leslie Royer-Matz. I adore that woman, but I think looking back on last year's staging, I think what did Leslie, looking back on it, is they just threw too much at her to do. And I think it was just a staging issue last year, unfortunately. I hope that doesn't happen again this year for Brooke. You know, just have like 4 other dancers with you, have a nice LED, don't do a million things at one time, have that nice, you know, what's it called, the money thing that comes out of a gun, whatever you call it, bring that on stage, have dollar bills, like confetti on stage, do something with the money, or like throw money on stage, but, you know, play around with that, but don't overcook things, don't be too lazy, just get the right balance of getting it right. I feel like this has a chance. People have said this is dead on arrival. I don't think Ireland's dead on arrival. I think they've got a chance, don't get me wrong. I think they have a chance to qualify and a chance to fail. It depends on the staging, and it definitely depends on the vocals. I think, you know what, because this is in semi-final too, there's not that many female bots in this semi-final, to think about it. It's only Ireland and Czech Republic. So maybe, in a field of ballads, in a field of slow mid-tempo songs, maybe some people want kick-ass female bops, you know, like they did last year. I don't know. I would love to see this in the final. But at the time, I'm going to say no, because I don't want to get my hopes up for Ireland, because I do this every year with the Irish. I get my hopes up, and it just never delivers. I want this in the final. I don't know if this is going to get in the final. That's my issue. That is my issue. But we'll wait and see. I still have faith. I still think this has a chance, so don't rule me out. I like this song. I don't care what everybody says. I like That's Rich. I want it in my final. It's gonna be in my final. I want it in Europe's final. And hopefully it will get there. Finally, my score out of 10, and I like the song so much, I'm going to give it a generous 8.5. Because I really like the song, and I'm not ashamed of saying that. I think it's refreshing, I think it's unique, I think it stands out from the crowd, I think Brooke sells it very well. I mean, I think she's got a great personality. She even admitted the music video was on a low budget. She filmed it in a garage at home. But she's so honest, so lovely, and I want her to do well. And I want Ireland to be in the back of the final. Because, you know, it's so rare to see them in the finals now. It's so sad. I hope everything goes right. I know they're in a strong semi, but just maybe luck will be on their side this year. Maybe. In any case, what do you think of the Irish entry for Eurovision 2022? Comment down below in the comments below. Like and subscribe to this video, and I'll be back for more content very soon. Till then, that's rich when it's coming from you, and that's rich. Well, I know all of your moves. That's rich. Goodbye.